Have you ever wondered why it is that two people born in the exact same city who attended the exact same school and grew up in almost identical circumstances, why did their lives look completely different just a few short years later? I mean, despite having those identical beginnings, they somehow end up on completely divergent paths. It's crazy to think about, right?
You'll see one person go on to achieve immense, unbelievable success, while the other, well, they spend every single year complaining, saying things like, it's just my bad luck.
But what if I told you that the biggest difference between them actually wasn't money, it wasn't their family, and it definitely wasn't luck? It is entirely about their mindset, and that mindset alone determines whether someone stays average for the rest of their life or reaches heights that millions only dream of.
So, in today's explainer, I'm going to share some principles with you. And we aren't just talking about empty motivation here. These are actual, concrete rules that have changed countless lives. We'll be walking through the power of mindset, mastering your time, the habit of continuous learning, rethinking your money, learning from failure, and finally, a daily success checklist. Let's get into it.
Starting with part 1, the power of mindset. This really is the foundation of everything we're going to talk about today.
Because look, every single change in your life begins with a simple thought. Your mindset is literally the mental foundation that dictates your life's entire trajectory. Nobody, and I mean nobody, becomes successful overnight. It's a process.
It's basically a chain reaction. First, your mindset changes. Because of that, your decisions change. Those better decisions lead to your habits changing, and eventually, your entire life changes. Always remember, as is your mindset, so is your life.
You know, when problems pop up, successful people don't just stop in their tracks. Instead of playing the victim and asking, why did this happen to me, they immediately pivot. They ask, okay, what could be the solution here?
Moving on to part 2, mastering your time. This is without a doubt your most valuable asset.
Think about this for a second. Every single person gets exactly 24 hours in a day. The billionaire, the struggling student, the chronic complainer, everyone. The difference lies entirely in whether you spend those hours actively building your life or just passively wasting them.
Listen, if money is lost, you can always earn it back. But if time is lost, it never returns. It's gone forever. Highly successful people don't just sit around waiting for the right time to magically appear. They go out and make time.
Which brings us to part 3, the habit of continuous learning. This is really the secret to building unstoppable momentum.
Ever wonder why some people just seem to get better and better every single year? It comes down to this exact habit. Now, people say knowledge is power, but actually applied knowledge is power. And you can't be terrified of making mistakes. If you truly learn from an error, then failure simply becomes the tuition fee you pay for your ultimate success.
All right, part 4, rethinking your money. We need to start looking at money as a tool, not as your master.
So many people create this intense, unnecessary stress for themselves by spending money just to impress other people. The successful mindset is totally different. They understand the crucial difference between spending and investing. They use their money for real growth, investing it straight back into their health, their knowledge, and their skills.
So, before you part with your hard-earned cash, you really need to pause and ask yourself a simple question. Is this a genuine need or just a fleeting desire? It's like putting a mental speed bump right between your impulse and your wallet.
Next up is part 5, learning from failure. Honestly, failure is probably the greatest teacher you'll ever have.
Failure absolutely is not your enemy. It teaches you things that success never ever could. When the initial sting of a major setback fades, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I truly ready for my dream? And if the answer is yes, then you have no choice but to rise again, smarter than you were before.
Because here's the thing, winners do not keep a tally of how many times they fell down. They really don't care. They only care about rising one more time. That simple, relentless act of standing back up, that is exactly what separates the successful from the defeated.
Let's bring this all together with part 6, the daily success checklist, because big results come from small, consistent steps.
True success isn't just one giant leap. It's the result of small, consistent improvements made every single day. So here is your daily checklist to sustain those ambitions. 1. Morning intention. Wake up with one specific goal in mind. 2. Daily learning. Devote just 20 to 30 minutes to upskilling yourself. 3. Physical integrity. Keep your body healthy so you have the energy you need. 4. Time audit. Actively say no to distractions. And 5. Evening reflection. Ask yourself how you can be even better tomorrow.
No matter where you are starting from right now, remember this core truth. Your beginnings might be small, but your dreams must be large. Keeping a massive, grand vision in your mind is exactly what's going to pull you forward through the friction of the daily grind.
Because when your resolve is big enough, absolutely no destination is impossible. So I'm going to leave you with this final vital question to ask yourself as you step back into your life today. Is your resolve big enough?